For this problem, we're asked to graph this system of linear inequalities. That involves graphing each inequality separately, but on the same plot, and then looking at the overlap of the two regions. So to begin with, we'll start with the first inequality, which graphing that consists of two steps. First of all, graphing the line, 5x plus 3y equals 5. That'll be the boundary of this region, solution to the first inequality. So we need a little xy table here to solve for this. If y is 0, then x is 1, because 5 times 1 is 5. And let's see, if I don't think we're going to avoid fractions here, so let's just let x equal 0, and then y will equal 5/3. So that's our first point on this line. So let's make this 1, 0, and then 0, 5/3. There's 1, so 5/3 is about here. So this first line goes through these 2 points. And now we have to decide which side of this line to shade. So we ask, is the origin, because this line doesn't go through the origin, shaded? Is the origin shaded? To answer that, we start with the original inequality, 5x plus 3y bigger than 5, and substitute in x equals 0 and y equals 0. This whole left side becomes 0. 0 is 0 bigger than 5? No. 0 is not bigger than 5. That's the answer to our question. It's the opposite side, not the origin side of this line. Here's the origin, so it's the opposite side that got shaded up here, the shady region, first line. Now we repeat the same process for the second inequality. So we're first of all asking, first of all we must graph the line. 4x minus 7y is equal to -3. And so for this we need 2 points that are on the line. And since 4 minus 7 is equal to -3, we could put 1, 1 for our first point, because then it's 4 minus 7 equals -3. And for a second point, we may not be able to avoid a fraction here, so let's let x equals 0. If x is equal to 0, then this whole first term vanishes, and you have -7y equals -3, so y equals -3 divided by -7, 3/7. So there's our second point. So the first point is 1, 1, over 1 and up 1. That's about right here. The second point is 0, 3/7. Well, 3/7 is a little bit less than a half here. So the second line goes to these 2 points. Notice that this is going to be a solid line because it includes or equals to here. So we need a solid line from between these 2 points. There's our second line's graph. We have to decide which side of that to shade. So we can ask, is the origin shaded for this line, for this inequality? So I take the original inequality, 4x minus 7y greater than or equal to -3, and substitute x equals 0 and y equals 0. This whole left side becomes 0. And we're wondering, is 0 bigger than -3? Yes, 0 is bigger than -3. So that's the answer to our question. The origin is on the shady side of this second line we just drew, which is the downside of it. Here's the origin, so it's the downside of this line that gets shaded. Remember, we're really looking for the overlap of the two regions. And you can see that the overlap occurs over here. So the solution region is everything in this little sector of the plane. All these points. But up to, but not including this dotted line, up to and including this boundary line.